tell you that I love this entryway would honestly be an understatement. Out of all the entryways I've done, and let me tell you, I've done so many. I mean, so many I've honestly lost count. This one takes the cake. I feel like I just want to elaborate on it for 10 minutes. But what I think I love the most is where I relocated these horse prints, which in the previous house, they were in the library. They were actually kind of tucked in a corner where you really couldn't see them that well. So the fact that they're just kind of like a focal part of this entire wall, I'm obsessed. So when you watch the house tour, empty house tour of this house, and I'll link it down below in case you haven't seen it, I really did not know what to do with this space because there's already an entryway, and I'm going to swing the camera around because yeah, there's a lot that has yet to be done. I'm going to talk about this room in a minute, but when I swing around this way, this is the actual entryway. So these are the old bar stools. They're getting donated, and this is going to be the first entryway, but it's coming second. So the fact that I'm naming this entryway number 2, but essentially this is like the first entryway. And I did get a piece in right there, so I think it's kind of ready to get put together. So this video is going to come soon. If you didn't know this, I bought this house pretty much sight unseen. I think that's what it's called. Sight unseen. Yeah, I basically saw it in videos and pictures. So I really never walked through here until literally like moving day and realized that this is a very short entryway space, so my table was not going to fit there, so I had to make different plans. Insert this space right here, and it is the perfect space for this table because this is quite a wide walkway, so I feel like we're still getting so much traffic space while also having something decorative on this wall, because otherwise it was just way too blank. So like I said, I mean, honestly, telling you guys that I love this, seriously an understatement. I cannot see myself honestly changing this up for a really long time unless I just completely decide to go like a completely different route, which I don't see myself doing for a while, but I will probably change this up just in terms of like seasonal holidays. But as far as just like every day, this is my favorite entryway I've ever done. And entryways are hard for me. I don't know what it is about the space, but I really love how all of this came out, and the fact that, again, all of this furniture I already had on hand, but they were never styled together this way. So that's been a tip I've given in the past. Grab from other areas of your house. You never know where something could look better somewhere else if you just kind of feel like you're looking for a refresh. But you know me, I've got to have my metal scrolls. I also felt like it was just like a hard cutoff without it. So I actually contemplated for a while, and I was like, no, it's off for me. And I think adding a little peak like this, I don't know, something about it I think just kind of finishes the space off. And this gold mirror was also in the library in the last house. Pretty much the same from the entryway is the table, the lamps, and the green part. Those were all part of the original entryway in the last house. You did see me look into the camera when I put the "Hey Y'all" sign, and I shook my head no, because "Hey Y'all" is more of a farmhouse vibe, and I've got like equestrian, English, fox hunting kind of prints going on, so more, you know, on that level. And I thought the "Hey Y'all" just did not flow well. And then I found this piece, which if you're an OG, you probably remember this. I thrifted this 2 houses ago, and then it just kind of like, y'all never really saw it again, but I couldn't get rid of it because I loved it so much, even though at the time my style actually took a hard turn. That's when I actually went like hardcore farmhouse. But I'm so glad I kept this piece. It's like this really beautiful, kind of like a plate, but not. But I love the fleur-de-lis on it because it just kind of has that old world feel. And then there's also the fleur-de-lis at the top of that. So I feel like it all goes really well. Plus I like how the metal of this is like a coppery color instead of black. And because it was such a fast, like, little video of this entryway, hope you guys got some good inspiration out of it. I thought that I would also kind of take you on a little mini tour of each little section that's somewhat set up. I will link each individual video down below. So now when you walk through here, this is essentially the view that you get. So I completed the kitchen nook area. Well, not complete. I did the setup. It still needs curtains and it still needs a rug, but this is what you kind of see. So this has more of a French country vibe here, maybe with a touch of farmhouse. And then when you come in this way, then we walk into the main living room. So a couple things that need to still be done here. Curtains, which I'm working on. And then this is actually a new addition that I don't think you guys have seen, but this was in the living room in the last house, this like little painting with this stand, which I got from Hobby Lobby, but it's actually only here temporarily just to cover up those wires. Because in the original decorate or setup of this space, I talked about what I wanted to do here. I'm gonna do a floor length, huge, like gold ornate mirror, and then I'm gonna do a gallery of pictures around the mirror. And then that plant is also gonna go, and I'm gonna do more of like an olive, a faux olive tree, and a big like cement planter. And yeah, so here's the space. I did add some pillows. Those were actually from the media room in the last house. And I talked about when I decorated this space that I did need some pillows, something brown to match, and I found those, and they're just perfect because I don't currently have a media room right now. Now the other thing, and I did see the comments from this original video, y'all agreed that I do need to move the rug to be centered with the furniture rather than the TV. So I am gonna do that because I agree as well. Because you can see, it's kind of like awkward and it goes all the way back in there. So that's pretty much it for the living room. There's only a couple of little things, so the curtains and that wall that really needs to be taken care of. And then when I swing around this way, we still have this bar area. As you can see, I'm just kind of like throwing like extra pieces of things that I have not used yet. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna use them, but I want them out. And when you step back into the living room, this is the view that you get into the kitchen. Also a video that I recently did, so I'll link it down below. Just in case you have any questions on where I got anything, it's going to be linked in those videos. So look in the description box. There's gonna be a living room setup, kitchen nook setup. All of those are individual videos. But absolutely love how the bar stools look. I feel like when you come off of that entryway with that whole Victorian English vibe, I don't know, I just feel like all of this makes a lot of sense. And yeah, just gonna walk you guys through. Again, all the video will be linked down below. Got some dishes that need to be done, but that's what the kitchen looks like. And then you can see there's an archway here that you can see directly into this room right here. And I have to tell you guys, I have since changed my mind when I did the empty house tour of this video. It's only been a couple weeks since we've been here, and I have officially changed my mind on what I'm doing with this space. When I set up these pieces right here, which came from the last house, they looked cute in the last house. I just don't think that it looks good here. I have decided not to turn this into a full-fledged library, but I cannot wait for you guys to see what this is going to look like. So essentially this is going to be a formal dining room. I am going to have my books in this room some way, somehow. I don't know how. So it's going to be kind of a dining room library, but I'm still figuring out the semantics of the books, to be honest. So the shelves are actually going to go in Micah's room. She loves her books. But when I tell you, I'm so excited for how this space is going to turn out. I already have the rug ordered. I have the kitchen table and the chairs ordered, which I'm obsessed with. I've never seen a more beautiful set. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Honestly, the reveal of this room is probably going to be at the end of July, and only because the the biggest thing that I'm doing, which is going to take up a huge portion of this gorgeous brick wall, I'm actually going to be doing a DIY project, and I don't know how well it's going to turn out, so I'm giving myself some time just in case I botch it. But I can't wait for you guys to see what's going on that wall. I'm so excited. I have already ordered the curtain rods and the curtains for the space, which you guys are going to see tomorrow. So come back for tomorrow's video because it's going to be a huge Amazon or what I've been ordering for the house video. So everything is slowly but surely coming together, and I'm very excited. I feel like I'm finally stepping into a really good rhythm of my style and what I want my home to look like, where I'm like 40 and I feel like I've spent 20 years honestly trying to get to this point. Very exciting things to come, and honestly this entryway is a big clue, I guess you could say, to what the formal dining room is going to look like, because let me just tell you this, we're gonna have more horses. But yeah, so anyways, that is going to be it for today's Decorate With Me. Come back tomorrow. I'm going to sit down again and show you guys everything that I've been ordering for the house, and lots of good things. And it's also very random. There's just a huge wide range of items. So it's not like just one thing. It's not just furniture. It's clothing, furniture, beauty products. So anyways, if that's up your alley, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you tomorrow.